You've got to take the patience. Scott-a-doodle-doo.
One of the guys I painted with, Matt, his senior quote was, I would have caused Gandhi to storm the sands with an AK-47. And at the time, you know, I just laughed at it, thinking it was some silly, faraway, abstract thing that would never affect me. Until one night I realized how serious, in a way, he was when he said that. I was 17, my buddy Derek was 17, and Matt was 18, and we decided to sleep over his house one night. And it was the first Friday of April vacation, which was also the same weekend that the Boy Scouts had their annual camping event at a cornfield, like right around the corner from his house and across the road and all that. And we get over there and we're sitting around trying to figure out what we're going to do for the night. And he goes, I have an idea. Let's raid the Boy Scouts. And I was just not into that at all. I had no interest. But Matt's gentle power of persuasion convinced me otherwise. And soon I find myself, I'm getting into dark clothing. We're getting rotten fruit and putting them into bags. And I'm about to leave the house, and I'm like, you know what? My outfit needs one more thing. And I find these ski goggles without any lens, and I put them on my head because in our minds this was going to disguise my identity. And the only thing it accomplished was putting like a ring of sweat around my face. So we get ourselves together, we walk out of the house, it's like 11 at night, and we cross over this busy highway, Route 2, and we're going through the woods, you know, for a long time, and we come out to a field, and we're behind the Boy Scout camp. And we're about 150 yards away, and we see the camp, and we see this fire going. So we get down, and we start crawling slowly towards the camp. And about 60 yards out, Matt goes, get up. And I'm like, you know, they're going to see us. He's like, good. And so we're walking along, and then about 40 yards, he goes, start throwing. And I'm like, well, you know, that means that they're going to be out of their tents by the time we reach the camp. And he's like, that's the point. So I'm like, he didn't tell any of us this. He wanted us to just have the surprise of this whole thing, of his plan that he plotted out. So we start throwing, and, you know, there's that moment of silence, and then you hear this thump, 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 as the fruit and the egg starts hitting the tents. And then you hear these alarm voices, people are waking up, and then flashlights are starting to go on. And now we are in the middle of the camp, running full speed, and just as Matt wanted, we're just a few feet away from like Boy Scouts and their fathers. And it's just like someone just shook a bee's nest. All these angry bees are coming out, and we're just like hucking fruit and eggs and everything. And I don't know why, but at one point, I just scream out, in the name of Sinbad, as in the comic actor. And I don't even know why I screamed that. I don't even like Sinbad. I think somewhere I was just hoping that it would get blamed on him, this whole attack. And so I'm doing that, and then at one point, Derek throws, I see him, he throws like an apple at some guy. There's a guy holding a flashlight, he throws the apple, and the apple comes in and just hits his hand and knocks the flashlight out of his hand. Like, you know, Derek was like some veteran gunslinger in the West, just shooting a pistol out of the enemy's hand. And so we're feeling good about what we're doing, and like it's feeling great. And then at one point, this big light comes on. It gets very bright, and some manly voice just booms out, "Get the dogs!" And so we hear that, and we just start sprinting as fast as we can to get out of there, because now like there's dogs barking, these bright lights, and we definitely underestimated the Boy Scouts' response to our little feeble attack. So we're sprinting out of there, and these wooden stakes are in the ground for some reason, and Derek and I missed them, but like Matt caught at least 2 or 3 right in the crotch, because there were these crotch level stakes. But just the adrenaline is going, he ignores the pain, we run, we come to Route 2, and we just dash across Route 2 without looking at any of these 60-mile-an-hour cars that would be coming at us. We just dash, jump across Route 2 like we're agents in the Matrix. And we run to the other side, we run around, we get back to Matt's house, and we climb up the stairs to the door into his kitchen. And I just remember going up, and Matt had written in very faint letters right outside the door. He just wrote "The Larry 2000" for some weird reason. I remember that, going in there, and we go into the kitchen, and we're all like excited, and we stop, and in the middle of the kitchen is Matt's mother, who I'd never met before. And I'm just like nervous. I don't know how she's going to react, and she's just standing there looking at us, and she goes, "What were you guys doing?" And Matt goes, "We just raided the Boy Scouts by the cornfields by Route 2. And there's that moment where it was all hanging in the balance. I'm like, please don't freak out and tell my parents. Like, we just got back to base. We just committed the perfect crime. Please let us get away with it." And she's just poker face. And then all of a sudden she's like, "Really?" And she was so excited and just asked us for every detail of what happened. And that was good, because I knew then we had a cool mom on her hand. So Boy Scouts, if you're watching, I'm terribly sorry. It was nothing personal. It won't happen again. Probably not.